Mark and I had to move our bikes, turn them around on a really high incline, try and get them down. The bikes are bouncing all over the place, we've got no control. Steve was supposed to be following us down, he's not here. Mark's gone to look for him. Hope he hasn't dropped his bike or come off, so I better go and check it out. Get me off this trail.
Hang on from the beginning. We meet up early along with Terry and Paul. They're also going to Spain, but on a different ferry. It's a grim ride down to Portsmouth, not helped by a 3-hour delay when we get there. A couple of beers later, our spirits are lifted, and as the ferry departs, our adventure to Spain begins. It's about now I should explain the point of this trip. When I bought my Africa Twin, I fell in love with Honda's marketing videos. They showed the bikes in these amazing locations. A little bit of homework and a few emails later, it turns out some of these film locations were in Spain. Steve then joined up the dots with a little bit of off-roading and some twisty roads through national parks. We then decided to push on to Sierra Nevada. The irony of this, of course, is I sold my Africa Twin to fund this trip. You just can't make it up. But nevertheless, Mark is carrying the Honda flag on his DCT machine. The question is, can 3 unfit middle-aged friends riding very heavy bikes have a proper adventure? I hope you can stick around for this video, and please don't forget, it's not a holiday. At last our wheels are rolling in Spain. Not exactly the weather I was hoping for. Nor am I convinced we're actually on the right road. As we climb into the national park though, we leave the mist behind. And in the pretty village of Santo Domingo, we pick up supplies and ride back into the sun. It was a really early start this morning, so by 11 o'clock we're starving. Al fresco dining in the shade. And up there, just where the snow is, our destination. The mountains of Canales. Not far to go now, and we're all enjoying these quiet mountain roads. Mind you, it's definitely getting colder. And at the top, the views are breathtaking. It's a big day today, gotta keep moving. The road surface is well gone, and this is our first taste of a Spanish trail. You've got to stop for snow. Cheers, lads. This is a great track, but there's loads of chunky stones. We ride further up and it seems to get deeper, and it's an awful long way down. At the old sign, we decide to take the ridge trail right along the edge. Those stones have turned into rocks now. This loose surface is proving difficult on our big heavy bikes. But we've got to keep momentum going. It's the only way we'll get through this. Ouch. Ooh. It's harder than it looks, but this is brilliant. Best avoid those big ones. About halfway down, the trail starts to even out a bit. But towards the end, at last we can speed up. Oops, might not have mentioned this, but Mark's never ridden off-road on his brand new bike. Well, at least we're on proper roads now. Well, sort of. Not for long. This trail leads us somewhere very special.
Welcome to Sad Hill Cemetery. Well done, boys. The two of yous?
From the classic western, the good, the bad and the ugly. Out of the three of us, I'll let you decide who's who. What a fantastic day we've had today. By the time we reach our hotel in Soria, we are knackered, nearly 300 miles. We need a beer.
It's not a holiday.
Oh!
Oh, another early start. Today we're riding south to Cuenca, through another national park I can't pronounce. Anyway, Steve's picked up some really good twisty roads already. We stop for drinks and a quick check of the map. Then we notice a dusty trail running through this woodland. If there's no gate and no sign, don't hesitate. Back on the road, we're looking for a picnic spot. It's time for an early lunch.
Right, you can have another bit of that pita shit.
We've got them?
Oh, put them back there.
Excuse the fingers.
Again, it's right here. Good catch. Right.
Don't ask about my pita bread sandwich. That's another story.
Because I think you had your eyes on the tree.
Steve's down to a t-shirt now. It's over 30 degrees. It's crazy hot this afternoon. We stop at a viewpoint for some drinks, and what a view it is. This trail is a shortcut across the valley floor to a small town. From here we can pick up the road to Cuenca. The fallen trees are the sad casualties of last month's storms, but they do make good obstacles. With riding gear on, we're sweating. Can't wait for an ice-cold beer. And at last, we arrive in the pretty mountain town of Cuenca. Where's the hotel, Steve? Really? Oh, bollocks. Come on, boys. Time for that drink.
Work on the map, lads. It's not a holiday.
No, of course not.
Cuenca is a beautiful town, and as the evening draws to a close, I'm delighted we kept our dignity and didn't drink too much.
It's not a holiday.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light.
It's not a holiday. Where's he going?
This way.
Push you bastards.
Yeah, just leave your panty rope.
I think what I'll do is leave that pannier open, mate. Hang on a second. Back a bit.
Aye.
No, keep going back off the cliff. Keep, no, a bit further forward, mate. No, actually a bit further back, mate. A bit further back.
Fuck off the two.
Oh, and after all that, his bike's completely out of shot anyway.
3, 2, 1. Not a holiday. Did we get it?
I don't know.
Do another one.
Ready? 3. Count down, Steve.
3, 2, 1. It's not a holiday.
We've been on faster roads this morning to get us south to Riopar. This trail just outside the town centre should, with any luck, take us through the hills towards Hornos. It's another scorching hot day. We stop for a bit of lunch, and as Mark prepares it, Steve does his best to cool off.
Oh, that's better. Oh, my feet.
This trail is about to get a lot steeper. What could possibly go wrong? The track is loose and rocky, but it's the heat and humidity that's really getting to us. Just standing on the foot pegs is hard work. Further on, the surface starts to get worse. These rocky patches are tricky to deal with. Our standard road tyres don't like this stuff at all. But hang on, we've lost Steve. It's a long walk back to find Steve stuck in the sand. He's taken the panniers off to lighten the load. But heavy bikes are no good in this loose stuff, and the temperature is killing us. Steve's right. The storms last month have caused these landslips in places all along the trail. God, it's hard work. Mark and I walk back all the way to our bikes, but we're both exhausted. Let's just get out of here. The ride back down is tricky, and Steve's not with us.
Mark and I had to move our bikes, turn them around on a really high incline, try and get them down. The bikes are bouncing all over the place, we've got no control. Steve was supposed to be following us down, he's not here. Mark's gone to look for him. Hope he hasn't dropped his bike or come off, so I better go and check it out. Hell. Get me off this trail. We've made it back down that track, and I am delighted to say Stephen made it.
Sorry.
Well, and Mark's made it too, and he's delighted. Perhaps not, it was a bit much, that one. We're all going to chill out here, make our way back into Riopar and then on to Hornos and have a few beers.
Before too long, and straight ahead, the town of Hornos. We enjoy those beers, do some homework, and the barbecue is lit. Another exciting day for us, and those Honda film locations are getting closer. This morning we ride the side of this lake, Pantano del Tranco. We cross the dam at the end and ride up to more mountains. These narrow roads are fabulous, but it's easy to forget there's 2 lanes. It's another big day. We're riding to Gorafe and hopefully our first Honda film location. We stop south of Tiscar and treat ourselves to a proper lunch. We're gonna need it. Smooth roads are a distant memory. We've been on this track for a while. The small village of Gorafe is hiding in those mountains. Somewhere. Up ahead in the distance, you can just make out the track we're following, along the forest edge.
It's almost 40 degrees. We have no mobile phone signal. We don't really know where we are. I went through the water like a 3-year-old. Mark, of course, went through as fast as he possibly could.
And Steve got stuck.
Hey!
This is just the rear splash guard. I don't know when it was clipped though. Something's clipped it because it's shattered that.
It's not a holiday.
We carry on through this woodland and see some buildings up ahead. Ooh, an old village perhaps. Bollocks. Steve has always been brilliant with maps and routes. But I am starting to wonder if we're going the right way. Surely this can't be right.
It's as hot as hell.
This is the right way. Steve meets the landowner, who says we can't take our bikes any further over this river. The track is all chewed up on the other side from his tractor. This is the long way, but after a while it magically becomes a real road.
We've been in Gorafe for about an hour, just chilling out in the shade, waiting for the hotel to open. A big black cloud has come over and it's been thundering.
The hotel opens and we get our rooms. The rain stops just in time for our favourite refreshment with tapas.
There's no way on this planet we're going to eat all this.
I am. Hold my beer.
We didn't make that film location today, but it's right on our doorstep for tomorrow morning. Welcome to the Gorafe Ridge and our first Africa Twin film location. And that rock just there, we're about to pass on our bikes. Riding the ridge is amazing. But all too soon, we have to leave. We ride out towards Tabernas. My bike is showing a temperature of 43 degrees. It's insanely hot. That yellow squiggly line is the road we're on. It is brilliant, but in this heat, oh God.
Small village, middle of nowhere. Don't even know how to pronounce the name. Lunch today wasn't quite as picturesque. This is the only place we could find shade.
There's a few more twisty corners to go. Then this road straightens out and we arrive in Tabernas. I am so tempted. But today we're riding to Almeria.
Beer?
No.
Everybody having a beer?
Hello.
It's a late night. A couple of nights in Almeria gave us a break from the bikes. After 1,200 miles, we've ridden Spain coast to coast. Today's destination, Sierra Nevada. But before then, we've got an itch to scratch. This road cuts through the park and takes us directly to another film location, Calahorra Castle. Don't even try to reach the castle through the old town. This track comes off the main road and will take you there, albeit the long way around. This is harder than it looks, but the view from Calahorra Castle is absolutely stunning. Another Honda film location accomplished. Built in the early 1500s, the castle sits in the foothills of the Sierra Nevada mountains. We're making the most of this. Steve runs ahead to grab some more video footage. Mark and I try our best to look the part. The town of Sierra Nevada sits in those snowy peaks ahead, but for now we're riding close to Guadix for another box to tick. We've almost broken the internet trying to find this place. A track, a concrete road, and another track eventually takes us to Miridor el Fin De Mundo, viewpoint at the end of the world, and another movie setting for Honda's Africa Twin. Our video footage and phone pictures don't do this any justice at all. You really need to be here to appreciate this incredible view.
View at the end of the world. Happy days. Oh, I beg your pardon. Bloody hell.
This is more like riding the Swiss Alps than southern Spain. Another great viewpoint. We add a sticker to the sign, and before you can say it's not a holiday, we're here and ready for a pint.
Cheers, boys.
It's not a holiday.
I'm going to check the local trees for monkeys.
What the frig is that? Wow. Steve, all I can see is you look like Predator with sausage hair.
Wow, where do you start?
Well, I don't know. What? Oh,
Oh God, it's another late night for the boys. But we are celebrating reaching our grand destination. Strange really, but we're all rather proud of our hero dust. Our plan was to ride the top of Sierra Nevada, but the gate was well and truly closed. Spirits are high, but it might be some time before we see this again, because today is motorway day. Hands up who wants to watch 5 hours of this. Yeah, thought so. At last, Toledo. A shower and a beer are urgently needed.
Hey!
Cheers.
All the best. Cheers.
We're about here on the 4000.
We do some homework and I can see a plan hatching. Sadly, those Honda film locations are all gone now. Our new plan is to push forward to the Picos Mountains, a last treat before the ferry home. As we ride northwest, the boys of Motoeuro are in good form. We pick up these smaller roads through another beautiful national park. But we take a wrong turn somewhere. And what the hell is that? We've entered Area 51.
31, do you wish to file a report of any kind of it?
I wouldn't know what kind of report to file, Senator.
Aliens on motorcycles visit NASA's Deep Communications Complex. There's definitely a joke in there somewhere. Back down to earth, we're heading for the hills. Far away from the busy cities and beaches, Spanish roads are quiet and a joy to ride. We're heading north out of the park to Posada Gallegos, a small finca about 2 hours ride away for tonight's accommodation and some more homework.
Well done,
Nice day
lads.
through the mountains, that.
Brilliant. Great day. All the best,
Well
boys.
done, everybody.
Happy days.
It's not a holiday.
Homework done, we get some more drinks in.
Very nice, very nice.
And then a few more, just for good measure.
not a holiday.
Man. Nightmare.
Ah, this is the life. With only 2 days left, what could possibly go wrong? Oh, bollocks. That's our hero dust washed away. But Picos Mountains, here we come. We enjoy drinks with Tiff and Rob. We share stories of our adventures until it's far too late. This area is stunning. Last day tomorrow. Let's hope the weather is on our side. We spend the day riding these great roads, grab a cheap hotel near the coast, and the next day, it's the ferry home. So, can 3 unfit middle-aged friends riding very heavy bikes have a proper adventure? We've achieved more than I dared hope for. 2,700 miles, 15 days, and about 500 beers. What an amazing holiday.